उत्सवे व्यसने चैव दुर्भिक्षे राष्ट्रविप्लवे राजद्वारे श्मशाने च यस्तिष्ठति स बान्धवः.
Today we sit with one of the most quietly piercing verses in all of Sanskrit wisdom literature. It comes from the Chanakya Niti and it answers a question every human being eventually asks: who are my real people? Listen to the verse first. Utsave vyasane chaiva durbikshe rashtra viplave raja dware shmashane cha yas tishtati sa bandhava. The meaning: in one breath, the one who stands by you in celebration, in calamity, in famine, in national upheaval, at the king's gate, and at the cremation ground, that one and that one alone is your true kinsman. Let us walk through the words slowly, because each one is carefully chosen. Utsave means in festivity. The word utsava comes from roots meaning to press upward. It originally described the joyous pressing of the sacred soma at a festival. So the first test of friendship, surprisingly, is joy. Vyasane means in calamity. The word vyasana literally means that which throws you apart, a misfortune that scatters your life. Chaiva simply means and indeed. Durbikshe means in famine, and the word is vivid. Dur means difficult, and bhiksha means alms. A durbhiksha is a time so desperate that even begging fails. Rashtra Viplave means when the nation itself is in upheaval. Viplava comes from a root meaning to drift, a time when the whole social order has come unmoved. Raja Dware means at the king's gate. The royal court, which in ancient India meant lawsuits, accusations, judgment, danger. And Shmashane means at the cremation ground, the place of the dead, the place everyone avoids. Then the punchline: Yas Tishtati, the one who stands. Sa Bandhava, that one is the kinsman. The word Bandhava comes from the root bandh, to bind. A Bandhava is literally one who is bound to you. Now, where does this come from? The Chanakya Niti is a collection of practical wisdom attributed to Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, the brilliant and ruthless strategist of the 4th century before the Common Era, who toppled the Nanda dynasty and placed Chandragupta Maurya on the throne. This is not the voice of a dreamy poet. This is a kingmaker who survived betrayal, exile, and revolution, telling you from hard experience how to know who is truly yours. The verse sits in the first chapter of his work, among verses about testing servants in duty and relatives in hardship. And there is a poignant detail. Tradition says Chanakya himself was once publicly humiliated at a royal court, the very king's gate he names in this verse. He knew these 6 arenas personally. Now the deeper teaching. The revolutionary move hides in the final word. Bandhava normally means a blood relative. Chanakya quietly explodes that idea. He says, kinship is not what you inherit, it is what is demonstrated. Blood makes a relative, standing makes a kinsman. And the reverse is implied too. The brother who vanishes during your famine has, by this definition, resigned from being your bandhva. Notice also the architecture of the 6 situations. They escalate. First, your festival, which tests for envy. Can this person genuinely rejoice when you rise? This may be the hardest test of all. Many people can pity you. Very few can be radiant at your success without a flicker of comparison. The Buddhists have a name for that rare capacity, mudita, sympathetic joy, and they consider it harder to cultivate than compassion itself. Then comes personal calamity, which tests for convenience. Do they stay when you have nothing to offer? Then famine, which tests generosity when generosity actually costs something. Then national chaos, which tests courage when every person is tempted to save only themselves. Then the King's Gate, which tests social courage, because standing beside the accused, the disgraced, the cancelled, stains your own name. And finally, the cremation ground. At the smashana, there is nothing left to gain and nothing to fix. The dead repay nothing. Whoever walks with you to the fire acts from pure bond with zero transaction. Each arena strips away one more selfish reason for presence until only love remains as the explanation. And notice the verb Chanakya chose. He does not say the one who helps or the one who gives. He says Tishtati, the one who stands. Presence comes before usefulness. The root stha, to stand, is the same root that gives us sthira, steadiness, and the Bhagavad Gita's sthita prajna, the person of steady wisdom. A true kinsman is simply this: a person whose position relative to you does not change when your fortune does. This wisdom echoes across every tradition. The Roman poet Ennius said a sure friend is discerned in an unsure situation. Aristotle divided friendships into those of utility, pleasure, and virtue, and Chanakya's 6 tests are precisely the sieve that filters out the first 2. The book of Proverbs says a friend loves at all times, and a brother is born for adversity. And modern psychology has caught up with all of it. Research on social support shows that the presence of a trusted person measurably softens the body's stress response. Evolutionary biologists speak of costly signaling. A signal is only trustworthy when it is expensive to fake. Showing up at your party is cheap. Standing beside you in your public disgrace is costly, which is exactly why it means so much. And relationship science has found something remarkable. How someone responds to your good news predicts the health of the bond even better than how they respond to your bad news. 23 centuries ago, Chanakya put the festival first on his list. He knew. So let me leave you with a few questions to carry into your contemplation. First, across these 6 arenas of your own life, your celebrations, your crises, your lean years, your public troubles, your griefs, who has actually stood? And the harder mirror question, in whose arenas have you stood? Second, when someone close to you last succeeded, what was your first, unedited inner response? Genuine joy or quiet comparison? Third, can you remain present in a situation you cannot fix and that can never repay you? Can you simply stand? And here is a practice for today. Think of one person who is currently in one of the 6 arenas. Someone grieving, someone in trouble at work or in court, someone struggling financially, or even someone whose success others are quietly resenting. Go to them or call them directly. Do not send a passing text. Say nothing clever. Just be there. Just stand. And whenever you are about to call someone close, silently ask yourself, which of the 6 arenas have we actually shared? Use the answer not to judge people, but to invest wisely. And above all, to become for someone else the one the verse describes. Because in the end, this verse is not a test you give to others. It is a standard you rise to yourself. Yas tishtati sa bandhava. The one who stands, that one is family.
उत्सवे व्यसने चैव दुर्भिक्षे राष्ट्रविप्लवे राजद्वारे श्मशाने च यस्तिष्ठति स बान्धवः